Knitting Her Way Back: How a 46-year-old fired woman and her daughter built a steady business. Rain tapped softly on the windows of Brookside Supermarket, where Sarah Andrews had worked for nearly 10 years. Shelving cans and scanning groceries wasn't glamorous, but it had kept the lights on for her family. At 46, Sarah never imagined that one gray Friday afternoon would upend everything. The store manager called her into the back office and handed her a pink slip. Sales were down, and management had to cut staff. "I'm so sorry, Sarah," he said quietly. "Your position is terminated, effective today." Her uniform hung in her hand like a burden. She drove home in a daze, heart hammering with fear. Mortgage and groceries loomed, and she had no backup plan. Her husband, Tom, sat at the kitchen table, head bowed over bills. His hair was flecked with gray around the temples. When Sarah placed the slip on the table, his head snapped up, worry etched in his features. "How will we manage?" he asked softly. They shared a tight embrace. Neither had savings beyond a few $100s, and Tom's part-time mechanic work barely covered fuel costs. Their daughter, Emma, was now a sophomore at a university, 3 states away. Sarah remembered how Emma, growing up, had waited alone in the bleachers. Whenever her mother worked late shifts, birthday parties were missed, parent-teacher conferences forgotten. By the time Emma enrolled in college, their relationship had frayed. Texts went unanswered, and video calls ended in slammed doors. Sarah carried that guilt and disappointment like a heavy blanket. For the next week, Sarah wandered through their small apartment, unemployed and unmoored. One evening, her knitting needles caught her gaze in the corner of the living room. She'd taught herself to knit at 16, her grandmother's old kit, helping her through lonely nights. After her younger brother was born prematurely.
If you want to continue listening, touch below the profile.